Good afternoon, Internet family. Hope you're having a good day. I need to change some things on here today, actually. Probably should have done it off stream, but it is what it is. So yeah. Hey, Fed. Let's see. I've pretty much, at this point, like, limited the book usage. I mean, this book has been closed for like 2-3 weeks now. So I'm wondering if I've transferred enough of my own personal knowledge online now to where I'm always going to need the book. I just keep that in the back of my mind. It's a survival skill of having a paper backup copy. It's just part of who I am. So, so I don't know what I'm going to do as far as the PDF goes. I noticed that in the PDF, a lot of it was more like covers and stuff like that, like if you're going to print it out. So I might separate it up a little bit. That way, there's actually 2 different sections of it. Same thing with the stream. After yesterday's comments, it made me realize that only certain people should be allowed to enjoy certain aspects. And so I've decided to do a little bit of a change in the stream. For the unschooling aspect of it, I will remain the same as always. First hour goes for all y'all. And then for the second hour, I will be now dividing it up to sub-only chat. So possibly even leaning a little bit more towards series. Because I want to have not only the live event, but I also want to have some of my content reviewed before it gets posted out there, because a lot of the comments that we got yesterday were actually really rude and so forth and so on. So going forward, we'll be doing that. And so for those of you who get to join my live for the first hour, y'all get to say whatever you want. Freedom of speech is always there, but I also personally have my own boundaries, and I do not allow negativity in my space. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and remember my specific requirements going forward. I don't have a problem blocking people at all, and so there's that. And plus, I wanted this space to be something that, like, people felt welcome to come here, and didn't matter what age they were, you know, any kind of knowledge amount that they had, ability that they had, it didn't matter. So, unfortunately, you know, due to some of the things that I talk about, you know, some of the topics and some of the things that I say, you know, I have to keep it 18 plus. So, it's kind of like a weird mashup, because most of the unschooling was originally designed to be any age. So, like, literally any age. But like I said, with a lot of the topics and stuff like that, you know, I ended up having to make it 18 plus. So, that's just because of social media side. So hopefully, I won't have any issues moving forward with a lot of the stuff that's going on online, as well as personally, for those of you who've been following. So, so we'll see. But, so we're going to get into the calendar. Today is, I believe, Thursday. Un momento, por favor. Correct. Okay, so today is Thursday, October 16th, and 2025. And for anyone who's watching this at any point in time, feel free to join in. So, I'm going to pull up the calendar. I'm going to walk through the calendar real quick for today. Morning messages. This morning I actually added a few people, so, oh, that's so loud. Turn that down. It like slowly gets louder. Okay. Alright, so, like I said, morning messages got sent out today. Excuse me. Shout outs. I went ahead and added a bunch of people from their lives today. So if you guys were live this morning and I added you, you're welcome. Live sites, today's TikTok always gets transferred over to YouTube. I do need to start 24-hour streaming through Twitch. So I'm going to have to figure out something for that, even if it's a muted stream. So, let's see. Because I get paid from ads from that. So, weather check today, the high is 53, the low is 43. Sunny out. It actually is really, really pretty outside. I don't know if it's going to stay that way all day, but it seems like, according to the weather, man. Okay, so morning routine. I did take a shower, and I'm leaving the bottom part of my hair to dry, and the top part I left a little, in a little bun, so this way it'd stay wet, because I want to see what happens when my hair has a chance to air dry in sections. So my hair's naturally curly, and it's something new that I'm trying. So wardrobe today is actually a mashup. This is actually an old work shirt that I had. I actually have a story for that. I had a bet at work, and they bet to see how long I would wear the same shirt, and I had like 4 or 5 of these things. So I wore it for a whole year, this shirt. And anybody that knew me at that place knew me by this shirt. And to this day, like, they'll still even say, like, sometimes they'll even say on my social media, oh, the famous blue shirt, or something like that. So, yeah, I won a bet wearing a blue shirt for the whole year. So, so yeah, wardrobe is that, and I did a half and half with a skirt, kind of like a old school, kind of like vibe. Kind of goth, kind of school vibe. And so OOTD photo shoot, not yet, but media management today is YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the studio and probably share screen with y'all. Let me see if I can get it open before I do that. No. I had to do an update on my computer, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to move y'all around a little bit. Hope y'all having a good day, though. Come on now. This thing's so slow. Like dial up. I swear, if it's longer than, like, I don't know, 5-10 seconds, I lose interest. At this point, I feel like I'm just, I try to, like, not, I try to have patience. It doesn't work very well, so. I don't want to. Alright, just save it. Okay, good. No, skip. Why? Come on now. Skip. Thank you. Is that the right one? I have like so many things set up on this fucking computer. I can't even keep up with shit anymore. Okay, it's the right one. Alright, good. So, I had to log out of the first one. Sorry. Of course, I had to drop it. Oh, oops. I love it. Okay, so, that one got blocked. Damn it. See, that's what I'm saying about also, I'm tired of my videos getting blocked on, YouTube because of me singing. So, I'm going to go ahead and actually change that to hold on. soon as I can get it to work. Have to remove that. I guess that'll be it. I guess I have to move it around a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're pulling open YouTube. Maybe full screen. Alright, so there's that. Let me get back to my channel. This is the YouTube channel that is mine. So I'm going to go over here and look at how close I am. Oh my gosh, wow, okay. Yay! 342 subscribers on my YouTube. I'm almost there, y'all. I still need these because I gotta have both. So, so yeah, I've been pretty consistent, and except for I was off by a week for the past at least 6 months, I feel like. So they're gonna let me know when I'm eligible, but yeah, I'm excited. Yay! I'm just baby stepping my way over here, and then I'm just like, watch, right? But I appreciate you guys. Every time that I get subscribers, the whole time I've been on any kind of social media or seller sites or anything like that, I've always said thank you to my subscribers and stuff like that. So, and people who support me and all the things that I do, or don't do, rather. So, but I have, at least on YouTube, make sure that you're keeping up with your numbers. I've gotten 181 subscribers in the past 28 days. I've been up 26.3 thousand views and 245.5 watch time hours. So, I mean, that's pretty good for just starting out. So, and like I said, I've been pretty overall consistent with trying to keep up with like all these different types of social media and stuff like that, and the requirements. And this is why I say for you guys to keep up with the requirements and stuff, because one social media will not allow a certain type of stuff. Like they'll have different like one-off rule or, you know, regulation or something like that where they don't allow something or another one does, and then when you go to transfer the information, it's like, you know, you end up getting in trouble because of that one rule or something like that, or they block it. Like this one, the video got blocked because of my singing. So unless I come up with my own songs, which is never gonna happen. So I mean, I do write lyrics, but none of them make any sense. So usually it's just like, I guess you would just call it like scribing instead of just like actually writing lyrics. It's more scribing. So but yeah, so there's YouTube. Transfer from TikTok, live posts. I have not really done a lot of posts on YouTube. This is like the only one that I have. I didn't see YouTube as like that aspect of it when I first walked into it, and then I realized, yeah, you could use this as a social media platform also. Not just videos, but like also kind of like, you know, how you post pictures on all of your other social media, you could use that as well. So I think on some of the multi-posting sites that they do allow YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't know how that transfer happens. And that's what we were going to look into as far as with later. But financially, I'm not able to start doing that right now. So even though there is a 15-day free trial, I feel like I would still need time to like set everything up and stuff. And I feel like once I get at full understanding of the program, by the time I do, then my trial is going to be up. So I know it's designed to be like that, which is totally fine. But you know, because business. But you know, for someone who is trying to find something that works, um, you know, nothing in this world is ever easy. So you always end up having a loss somewhere anytime that you find success in something. So, you know, right now for me, the loss would be financially because I don't have the finances to pay for it. So the loss is actually even starting it. So, um, but once I am able to, then, you know, kudos to me, I guess. Alright, so where were we at? Let's see, Patreon. I haven't looked into that program. I'm actually considering like moving that to a different thing, part of like the personal learning section. So this way we can do a little bit more of the website design through Google Sites. I think I may have left it up. I did not. So, okay. I guess not. Let's see. Okay. So, Google website, Google Sites. Okay. So that's what I was looking for. What is that? Oh, I just signed up for Chat GPT, y'all. That was a huge mistake, them making that. Because it's like, oh, you want all the answers to the universe? Here you go. Like, ask any question, right? It's as flawed, if not more than we are. So, um, so where were we at? All right, Google. But to be fair, you know, trying new things ain't so bad sometimes, even if you don't agree with it. All right. So this is the Google site. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I could do with it because I originally chose a salon template for it and realized that the layout was okay, like as far as imagery, keeping it somewhat interesting, short, sweet, to the point, right? At least that's the first page. So then trying to understand how to build layers in this thing is my next step. Once I understand how to build layers in this, then I think that at least for my purposes, that if I have it separated by pages, then it would be a little bit more understandable to people who are looking for one specific type of niche. And I'm a multi-niche, so I don't really have a niche, if that makes any sense. I just kind of have like a variety stream. Should be multi-stream right now, but again, finances. So we're just gonna keep moving, right, until we can get there. So, I have to, like I said, take that Patreon part out of the calendar, and add it to personal learning, so this way I can have more time working on this Google site. I'm gonna move you guys over real quick. I want them to see pages. So, okay, so as of right now, it has a home, services page, about me section, testimonials, and contact information. So for those of you who are wanting to start a website of your own for free, Google Sites. I hope that helps somebody somewhere. Especially if you're, like I said, all year we've been talking about entrepreneurship and starting our own businesses, and you know, even if you want to say, oh, F the government, well, guess what? Even as an entrepreneur, you got to pay taxes. Even if you're like, anyway, if you're anywhere in America, you got to pay taxes. So, but yeah, so if you have a chance to, make your own website. If you have to do it, you know, I try to get you guys to utilize and have access to things that are free right now, as much as possible, like Cash App, Venmo, um, Zelle if you guys have it, or PayPal, like some of those sites. But if you really want to, we're wanting to do this in the beginning to try to get an understanding of what works best for ourselves in this moment in time, right? I did get, and we're going to keep learning as we go, and that's how you grow, is you understand, okay, well, I did try this, it didn't work out, this is what happened, and okay, so I've got the trial, the error, I have the source of the problem, and now I can build a solution off of it, or I could just let it be, okay? So I could choose to not move forward with it, right? So think of it more like scientifically, like a scientific aspect of we're trying everything from scratch with no knowledge, diving headfirst into situations and understanding the consequences behind it of why did it work, why did it do that to begin with, okay? So it's kind of like a reverse psychology thing where it's like I'm doing everything that business owners are telling you not to, and this is why. Showing you firsthand, okay, you walked through it with me. You saw the opportunities. You saw where maybe I went wrong or maybe I went right. And you learned from every single step as I have taken it along the way. So even if you consider me to be less than in what I'm doing, that's fine. If you can find a better way, do it. That's the point. So, and let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Let me know. So that way I can learn from it and I can grow from it. And if I'm doing something right that works really good for you, use it. So, but yeah, if you guys are wanting to start a website of your own, instead of having to go through another third-party company or corporation or, the man kind of thing, but you're going to have to deal with it anyways. But if you're wanting to do it a little bit more on your own, or if you have your own business and you're wanting, or maybe you don't have a business, maybe you're just wanting to start one today, just like, me, I just start projects out of nowhere. So this is a good place to start. Google Sites, as far as I know, is free. And like I said, it gave me a template to work with, especially for someone who is not like digitally inclined. I'll try to do the best I can, but it's not going to be good as if I hired a professional naturally. But at the same time, it has my own everything in it, my own authenticity in it. So anything that's meant for me is going to come from me. So be it, right? I'm going to put all my energy and effort into it, whatever I have to do to make it work for me and what I'm wanting it to do. I'm trying to take the baby steps to do it, and I hope you guys do too. So, I don't know. Okay, so as far as services on the second page, like I said, this is just a template for a salon. Okay, I don't own a salon. I'll be lucky to be doing contouring. Okay, I don't really wear makeup that much. The most I do is like eyeshadow and mascara and lipstick. That's it for most of my life. So, I mean, I don't have a salon or anything. My daughter could do this. She has gone through cosmetology and stuff like that, so she could do this if she wanted to. For those of you who are, what are those, mobile salon, mobile nail tech, mobile makeup artist, this would be a really great start for y'all. And like I said, you can change up every single aspect about this. So, you can build it however you want to. I'm trying to see how it attaches to an account. Like, say if somebody wanted to, if I wanted to add an appointment booking site to it, would it transfer them from this site to my appointment booking? You know what I'm saying? Does it attach to my bank account? Like, can people pay for services up front and get, an appointment made? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that it's fully functioning, before I publish it. So I'm going to walk through each one of these. Not right now. I'm just kind of giving you guys an idea of what I'm going to be doing. But I'm going to block out a period of time. And like I said, I'm going to take some of these, I'm rearranging the calendar, so I'm going to take some of these out and give myself a little bit more time to work in this, because this is something that I want to be live by the end of the year. So, and in this website, we're going to have different aspects like the gym. We've been doing that weight loss program between Jeff and I. Jeff's already to 300 pounds, so he's done really good for himself, getting, you know, the weight back down again. And I've gotten down to 213 as of I think it was yesterday morning or this morning. And so we're going to keep going. I have health concerns, so I have to, like, you know, pay attention to that, and I'll keep you guys posted as far as that goes. So this is going to include, like I said, the entirety of the calendar. So it'll actually include the calendar PDF for sale by the end of the year as well, going into 2026. I kind of wanted to have it live before Christmas, but I haven't had much focus on that. Not that I haven't had any time. Y'all know me. I'm at the pro in procrastination. But I am putting a deadline on it for myself as well as for y'all, that if I don't have it done by the end of the year, I'm just going to give up at this point. Like, I'm just kidding. No, I need to get it done by the end of the year. So, that way it can be live for y'all. And keep on my ass about that shit, too. So, alright, so YouTube, we talked about YouTube, Patreon, we're not doing that. Google Sites, it's a website designer. I am going to include all of the calendars, so wardrobes, social media sites, seller sites like Amazon, whatnot, eBay. Any kind of house chores. I will have one page that's dedicated to house chores. I'll have one page that's dedicated to the unschooling. I'll have a separate section that's just for, in that one page, a separate section for electives. The gym, like I said, thrifting. We've been doing the thrifting for about a year now. And so I can give you guys a little bit of tips that kind of help me as far as like becoming a first-time seller, a reseller. So, at least in my own personal opinion. Mind you, business is different. Meal planning, like suppers and stuff like that. Cleanup and water garden. Cleanup will probably be part of the product sales. So I'll probably have a product page attached or a seller site page attached. Or if I can actually build a seller site directly out of this, I will. Okay? If I can not have to pay any other fucking business a business fee, I will be so happy. But at the same time, there's always positive and negatives and everything. So, oh, wait. It's detected the live chat didn't appear on your screen in the last 2 minutes. Try using mobile device to view comments from your live chat and performances in real time. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Anyways, it's just because my computer's slow as fuck. Alright. So, cleanup and water garden, probably going to be part of the everyday maintenance for your yard and stuff like that, as well as products. So, nightly routine, that's more going to be either morning routine or nightly routine is going to end up being more like leaning towards self-care, as well as like makeup, hair routines, especially for those of you who are 40 plus. So, specifically for people who are like me, I guess would be the word. Power down is pretty much just, you know, making sure that all of your mandatories are done, like your chargers, you know, power lights out is power down. So Power Rangers go around the house, make sure that everything's turned off or unplugged, whatever's not needed. You know, power saving tips, like for example, you know, any kind of charging unit that is plugged in gives you 30, I think it's 30 watts a month. So even like your little phone charger that you leave plugged in the wall, yeah, that's 30 watts a month for that one phone charger. So, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you got every single outlet in the house plugged in or multi-plugged, yeah, it adds up after a while. So if you can, you know, like I said, just unplug it if you don't need to use it right now. Plus, it's a safety tip for those of you going into winter. Fall, winter time is, there's always a peak in, like, say, electrical heater usage or, like, you know, electronics and stuff. Stay plugged in. So make sure that your electronics, including your like your washer, dryer, refrigerator, microwave, all the electronics, anything that has to be plugged in, check the outlets. Um, the hottest and fastest fire that you will ever have in your house is an electrical fire. And a lot of times you don't know because it's in the walls. So please, for safety first, always make sure that your outlets are clear of any kind of issues. Make sure that the wires, check all your wires, make sure there's no frays or cuts. Sometimes things get pinched behind walls and, you know, ends up breaking after a period of time. So just keep an eye on your wires. Just do a quick run through your house. Might take 15-20 minutes. Run through your house, check all the outlets, make sure everything's good. Another thing is too, that I say to y'all, especially around this time of year, fireplaces, dryer vents, the vents underneath your house, and air vents like the one that is for your AC heater unit probably needs to be replaced and cleaned. Any kind of vents in the house, like the little units that push the hot air or cool air out, need to be cleaned. It's just that time of year to do that. For those of you who have fireplaces, please, please, please make sure that you're having the entirety of the tubing checked, including the firewall, at least once a year. You know, creosote builds up in them, as well as sometimes, you know, the earth moves. Shit happens. Things shift over time. So make sure that your fireplace vents and stuff like that are clear, and make sure that your tubing is clear and everything like that, so you don't have to worry about any kind of fires. If you are utilizing fire for heat purposes, like propane, firewood, gas, trying to think of anything else that would ignite, right? Make sure that the connectors are correct on that. You don't want to turn it on and wonder, okay, well, the heat didn't come on, but I smell this funny feeling and I have, oh my gosh, now I'm out. Okay, so make sure that you're checking all of your stuff for fall. Okay, so anything having to do with fall, going into winter, anything you would have to turn on, make sure that the vents are clear and stuff like that, so you don't have any fires. Okay, because like I said, right now is the #1 time to have a fire in your house, especially going into the holidays. That's the last thing you want. So also, look into your homeowner's insurance and make sure that fires are covered underneath your homeowner's insurance. If you do not own a home and you're a renter, look into renter's insurance, okay? It might be like $15, $20 a month extra on your already existing insurance plan. Something to look for you guys to look into. But you might be thankful that I said that to you if you did. So for those of you who are financially incapable of doing that, you know, you can look into information for other ways of doing it. So, let's see. Where was I at? So yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of it. And like I said, you know, if you guys are interested in sponsoring a load of firewood to someone in need this fall, winter time, and they are within a 100-mile range of Statesville, North Carolina, let me know. It's $80 a load. It's $1 a mile. So that's how much it would cost for a load, depending on where it was at. And like I said, you guys can either donate directly through my Linktree, which is available in my bio, but also whenever I have it on single screen, the Linktree is right above. So the first section of my Linktree is where you can sponsor right now. I do have a Cash App and a Venmo on there. I believe I have a PayPal in there somewhere. If you guys utilize something else, please let me know ahead of time so I can get that straightened out for you guys. If you are in the Statesville area and are in need of firewood, just let me know and I'll get someone to you. Also, Winston-Salem. I know someone out in Winston-Salem, and I'm trying to think if I have anybody in the Hickory area yet. I don't go down towards Charlotte. There's just too much traffic and too many roads, and I think we go down to Mooresville and up as far as, like, I think it's like Elkin or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the 100-mile radius is exactly. So, but if you guys are in the North Carolina state and you're near Statesville, North Carolina, let me know. And if you're not, then feel free to sponsor. So I'm trying to figure out what I can get you guys for sponsoring. I'm thinking possibly looking into some products or merch. Not sure yet. Y'all let me know what you think. But that'll be on here as well. It'll be one of the pages for services. And we'll kind of go from there. Let's see. Where was that? I think I kind of walked through most of it. So there's that. Okay. So, oh, also part of wardrobes will be the aesthetic list. Fashion Saturday is the day to walk through the aesthetics list, but every single day is aesthetic. So that'll be on there also. The Amazon site, I was thinking about maybe adding a page for the Amazon link site for product listings, but I'm not sure how I would set that up. I think it'd probably be like a store front type thing. Not sure how I'd do that. As far as Whatnot goes, I don't know that they allow third-party attachments to their linkages, but I'll have to look into that. I need to actually add that. Where was that? Sorry. Okay. eBay. Alright, let's open up eBay. Oh, it's not on here. Sorry. It's on the other one. Oh, wait, yeah, it is. What am I doing? It may make me log in. I might have to go single screen again. Sorry, y'all. Nope, it didn't. Okay, good. So, eBay. Seller site. Okay, we don't have any sales today, but we are eligible to send offers. Everything on my eBay right now is $5. So y'all go check that out. I have 58 active listings currently. And probably will be switching out seasons or doing bundle sales. So if you guys want to, go ahead and check out my eBay. Here's an example of some of the things that I have on here, including merch, purses, jewelry, dresses, jackets, collectibles, paintings, any kind of, you know, early shop for holiday ornaments, and just random stuff for the most part. But yeah, for the most part, everything's $5 or below. Unless it's a bundle, then it's $5 an item. So, for example, I do have a bundle on here. It's like 20 bucks, but there's 4 dresses in there. So, if you're interested in me expanding on that, leaning more towards the male side, let me know. I've always just purchased pretty much for the female side, but y'all let me know. So there's that. Bedroom is the house chore for today and monthly maintenance. So like I said, monthly maintenance, I was talking more seasonal. So, oh, I do need to add that in there too. Seasonal maintenance to the monthly. Hold on. Oh, no, not that one. The month. Come on now. Okay. So, going into, let's see, next month. November? Okay, where's the first week of November? Here it is. Alright, so, oh, I didn't put it every month? Hold on. Okay, there it is. Okay, I see it now. It's right here. Okay, so pay off a debt, monthly weigh-in, trading post, vehicle maintenance, calendar shoot, roundup savings. Okay, so here's where I'm gonna add, well, that's the first week of the month. I guess I'll have to move it. Thank you guys for joining from my posts. I really appreciate that. It took me a lot to put into that, so thank you. Goodness. Okay, so I guess I'll put in for vehicle maintenance. So yeah, the 8th, I guess. I'm gonna do a monthly season check. Let's just do that. Seasonal review. We'll just do that. Seasonal review. And we'll do it once a month. Monthly on the second Saturday. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, so seasonal review is going to cover so fall is check outlets, like I said. Check outlets, vents. This could go for your vehicle also, so check the vents in your vehicle, like your air filters and stuff like that. Make sure your tires are good. That's part of vehicle maintenance, but just saying, you could do that if you haven't done it all year. Especially check the heat in your vehicle as well as in your house. Make sure that the vents are clear before you do that, though, because you can actually like mess up your house if you don't. So, so check outlets, vents. I'm gonna put trees because fall's a good time to do tree trimming. So winter. Oops. Nah, don't mind me. Check winter pipes. Well, you want to check your pipes before winter. So I'm gonna put pipes. Yeah, always insulate outside pipes for fall. Let's see, what else do you do in fall? Be getting in preparation for winter. Alright, so survival stuff. Survival items and training, because it's always good to consistently learn, even if you're in a thrive mode. Let's see. Pipes, survival items, and training. And what else are we thinking about for fall? Trying to think. Anything that would attract pests or rodents. Remove rodent attractants, I guess. I don't know. Like a trash can. You want to make sure all of your items have it to where they are able to close. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so winter. Always check pipes also, again in winter. I'd suggest that you do it in the fall, but if you haven't done it by then, you'll learn by winter. Let's see. Pipes also in your vehicle. Okay, so water, like your, remove the water from your radiator or do a half and half. At a minimum, a half and half mix. I usually suggest that during fall time going into winter that you change out your radiator fluid to a full strength or cut half and half for the antifreeze. You don't want your engine to freeze up, so the less water that you have in your engine when it comes wintertime is probably the best. So um, if you have to, drop a line and drain it. Also get an oil change, check your tires, make sure that your heat works in your vehicle, make sure that your wiper blades are working properly in case of, fall time is like a rainy season. Make sure your paperwork's up to date, as well as any kind of insurance that you do have. Make sure that you're covered, okay, in case you have an accident. Not all liabilities cover, so talk with your insurance agency. For those of you who are up and coming into getting a license or have no vehicle but you live in a house that of people that do drive, make sure that your information is separated from theirs, unless they're a parent or something like that. Unless you're a parent, you'll have to cover anyone under your household, at least in the state of North Carolina. For anyone who's registered underneath your house, you have to cover them on your insurance. So for vehicles, if you have someone who has a license but doesn't have insurance, they will be automatically added to your own personal insurance until they get their own insurance. So just be aware of that, at least in the state of North Carolina. If I'm wrong, let me know. If it's changed since last year, let me know. But so yeah, you guys gotta keep an eye out for that. Lights as well, headlights or headlamps, whatever you want to call them, tail lights. Make sure that they're in proper working order. Blinkers, if you guys even use them anymore, I don't know. For those of you who have newer vehicles, make sure that the maintenance, how you have maintenance done on your vehicle, that you understand it. A lot of the newer vehicles, you're going to have to take it back to the dealership to be worked on, if not the manufacturer. I think a lot of the vehicles are leaning more towards like the old school way, or maybe not even old school way, but like with appliances where you have to send it back to be fixed or something like that. Like laptops, school laptops specifically. They made it to where you have to send it back to the manufacturer to be fixed. Not sure how that's going to be going in the future, but I have a feeling that's what it's going to end up being. Also, and everybody gets this messed up, please, please, please look up your vehicle's oil before you do your own oil. For the love of God. YouTube is your friend to a point. Google is your friend to a point. ChatGPT is a friend to a point. But always remember to use your own intuition. So, okay. So winter radiators. Another thing is too, for fall, especially if it's in the rainy season, I know this is going to sound silly, but on the rainiest day that you have, or in the middle of the rainiest week that you've had, take an umbrella, take some muck boots if you got to, go outside and walk the perimeter of your property. I want you to see where the water lays in your property, or else you might end up having an issue. Especially if it's sitting on a corner of the house or something like that, you want to try to find a way to get that water away from your house, because it's going to ruin your house. Also, another thing is with the water freezing around your house, could lead to injuries or more damage. Like I always said about trees and stuff like that, trimming the trees in the fall is the best for it. Also, reseeding, for those of you who are into that thing. So, okay. Wintertime. That's good enough to start with. We're just going to leave that. So we're going to do that every monthly on the second Saturday. So like I said, seasonal review. Could also be clothing is another one for those of you who are resellers. Make sure that you're changing out your items, or maybe even personally. I know I do a yearly review for clothes, so um, I used to be real bad about saving clothes from freaking high school and shit. I still got makeup from high school. That's so bad for me. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna run with that for right now. Oh, whoops. I was gonna change that to purple. Not all day. I guess 5 a.m. Yeah, I think I originally set it at 5 a.m. So okay, there it is. Okay. So going back to daily. Bedroom. So I have to specifically go through the clothes for the seller site. So, and you guys could go through your wardrobe and just, you'd be surprised what people will buy. It's the craziest thing ever. Um, Usually it's the stuff that you don't think that would sell that ends up selling. And the stuff that you do think would sell ends up sitting. It's weird. Um, so, I don't know. But today is the house chores are bedroom, and like I said, monthly. So whatever you guys would need to do, even if you just got to do like a 15-minute walk around of your area and just kind of look at some things and see what needs to be cleaned up, if things need to be moved. You know, if it's been sitting forever, unless it has some kind of sentimental value to you, just get rid of it. It's just holding negative energy. So, let's see. Uh, So yeah, I'll be going through my wardrobe for fall and renewing and refreshing. So garden and weather. Since today is Territory Thursday, I'll talk to you guys about what I'm planning to do with the garden. We've already pulled the tomato plants up, all of them for the most part. So there's like one left. And I have a ton of pepper plants now. Ton of pepper plants. So, if y'all know any good recipes for bell peppers, let me know. Because I got like 100 of them. Harvest. I went ahead and harvested a good portion of the peppers. Jeff's been keeping up with the weed eating and the yard work, so really all I have to do is just seed the empty spots from the tomatoes or anywhere in the shaded area in the back that doesn't get a whole lot of sunlight back there. So unless we're going to trim some branches back to get sunlight there, it's just going to stay shaded. So I will take some pictures today of the garden and show progress for what I've done. Just keep an eye open on my social media for that, as well as I went ahead and, well, Jeff went ahead and dumped out a good portion of the fertilization station. So we're probably at the end of it. I'll be doing a renewal of it probably in the spring. But right now I'm just going to be using like I think Jeff's done for mowing for the year. So unless like sporadically, if he feels like doing it. Hey Logan. Um, but I'll be renewing the fertilization station with compost for like inside the home as well as outside, because we're going to be doing some trimming and stuff. So I'm going to add some like tree pieces and stuff like that into it to help it break down inside the water. So I do a liquid compost, and so basically I have like this huge tote that I dumped 555 into it in the beginning of the season, or beginning of the year really, and just added water, kept adding water, kept churning it, kept adding to it like eggs, coffee grinds, paper, as long as it doesn't have any wax stuff on it. usually I try to make it blank paper, like printer paper. After I cut out for the eBay, I have a lot of paper left, and sometimes if I don't use it, I'll just throw it in the bin, and that way it breaks down in that water a little bit quicker and can be used as compost for the plants and stuff like that. So I am still looking at the trading post, especially now since it's fall time. It's a really good time to start some kind of little thing. You know, fall is always a good time to do yard selling and stuff like that. People are out and about. And if you could set up a bakery table of your own or whatever like that, you know, it's always good to try something new. Make sure that you're keeping within compliance in your state, FDA laws, rules, and regulations, as well as making sure that your shit ain't full of junk, okay? Please use a clean kitchen to start with, for all of us. Let's see. Plant sale. I have a couple of seeds and stuff that I got from the library the other day. I forgot to take a video for you guys. I apologize about that. I was going to take a video of the community garden and I forgot. So as soon as I get a chance to, I will do that for y'all. So plant sale. I do have some smaller plants, but it's pretty much out of season, like the tomatoes and stuff like that. So I could, in all reality, build a miniature greenhouse and have it extend a season. But I don't know how Jeff will feel about it. Needs list. I have not used the needs list here recently, but we'll be looking into that again. Huh? Yeah, I am.
Okay, one day you said you did all of the chair and you didn't.
Okay.
I was just trying mine.
I'll check. Let's see. Okay. Website. I will be adding the like I said, the unschooling, which is Territory Thursday. The garden is part of the unschooling. So, I'll be adding that to the website as well as a page, like I said earlier. So, I'm gonna try to see how I could do with this. We'll see. It might be a little different than what y'all are used to, so I don't know. We'll see. It's like basically like I'm the owner operator of a mall. Huh? What, baby?
Oh, I was just singing to myself.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So today in science, we are looking into pest and garden and house control, like for inside, outside. So there's that. Today in science. What website was that? Hold on. Let's see. Oh yeah. Today in science. Okay. I also have followed Tech in 24 Hours on TikTok as well as Instagram. Wait a minute. I think it was just Instagram. It might be on TikTok too. I'm not sure. Today in science, researchers discovered a new mathematical rule governing the formation of stalagmites. Awesome. Thanks. My bug juice. I'm almost out. James Webb Telescope captured exciting images of the first black hole ever imaged. New findings suggest sex-specific differences in the blood-brain barrier that may help explain why women are at higher risk for depression. Other stories include the identification of an ancient human skull in Indiana and new cancer vaccine that shows promise in blocking multiple tumors in mice. Space and astronomy. The James Webb Telescope found something very exciting shooting out of the first black hole ever imaged. Astronomers observed rings forming around the icy celestial body Chiron, which is roughly the size of a small moon. A record-breaking dark object was found hiding within a warped Einstein ring in space, which could shed light on the universe's missing matter. In biology and health, science discovered that all stalagmites follow a single mathematical rule, explaining how they develop their shapes. A new cancer vaccine shows promise in blocking multiple tumors in mice for 250 days. Sex-specific differences in the blood-brain barrier may explain why women are at a greater risk for depression. A new study shows cancer cells can transfer mitochondria to healthy neighboring cells, which then become tumor-supporting accomplices. In paleontology and archaeology, a 4,270-year-old human skull was found along the banks of the Whitewater River in Indiana. And believe it or not, I think it was actually on Indigenous Day. I could be wrong, but y'all go check that out. A skeleton of a new species of ichthyosaur, hopefully I said that right, a prehistoric marine reptile, was found on Britain's Jurassic coast. In technology and engineering, a robot platform uses AI to cut the time for chemical process designs from months to days. Smartphones are being used to help people understand how others move through cities. New method is being, remember I told y'all are all being watched. We are all being watched at all times. From every angle. And I do mean every.
And I mean every.
And I do mean every. A new method is being developed to teach generative AI models to locate personalized objects. Like money, baby. There you go. So, today in science history. This is literally Today in Science History website, todayinsci.com. You guys can go check that out, or donate to them, either way. What's new? Unveiling the surprising healing power of chemistry. Thoughts for Grandparents' Day. David Attenborough, The Last Wave. Concerns for science. Attacks on science in America for 4 years. Artificial Intelligence, Albert's Pet. Science Quotes Index by topic, and etc. So y'all go check that out. That's another website you guys can look into. And I always give you guys khanacademy.org. It's a free website that has a lot of information on there directly from teachers and accredited people, unlike myself. So y'all can go check that out as well. Let's see. This is Science News. An estimated 54,600 young children are malnourished in Gaza. Hi. As wildfires worsen, science can help communities avoid destruction. These ancient bumblebees were found with their pollen source. Fossil hand bones point to tool use outside of Homo lineage. We all have a very tiny glow of light. No movie magic needed. I already could tell you that. Viral Chicago rat hole almost certainly wasn't made by a rat. How a Yurok family played a key role in the world's largest dam removal project. And there you go. Lots of really cool information on here. I believe, as far as since the last time I've been on here, they have updated it, so there's that. Come on now. Ah! My freaking thing is like dial up. Alright, shut up. Goodbye. Adios. You lost the war. There we go. Okay, on to the next. Alright, so experiments. What's the war? So, I used this 365 Incredible Science Experiments book, as well as a number generator. If I could spell it. To pick the numbers. And if we've already done it, we'll just do another one. So, number 168. And I don't think we've done this enough for it to be, like, already redone, but I could be wrong. Alright. 168. Will it mix? Not all liquids mix with water. Materials: different household liquids like methylated spirits, juice, cooking oil, sunscreen, ink, detergent, milk, vinegar, engine oil, etc. And safety first. So, jar of water, some kind of stirrer, and soapy water. Steps: add a few tablespoons of one of the liquids to the jar of water and mix well. Look closely at the mixture. Has the liquid mixed in with the water, or does it float on top or settle on the bottom? Rinse the jar in soapy water and test all the liquids. Do they all mix with water? Did you know that not all liquids can mix with water? For example, oil and water do not mix. Oil floats on the water. We all float down here. But hair absorbs a lot of oil, so they use your hair donations in booms, especially for oil spills. So if you've ever seen nylon stuffed with hair, then you've seen a boom. And that is what is used to help clean up oil spills out in the ocean. So every time that you donate your hair, think about that. Or if you haven't yet, consider it. Okay, so another thing to think about, I have said this before on stream, but you guys can, just comment below, whatever. Here's some things to think about. What plants are like on other planets? Do we change the atmosphere or the DNA? What do we really need to survive long term? Is there a limit to age in science and cloning? What advancements in technology happened this week? Like I said, Tech in 24 Hours on Instagram is one that I follow, and I usually end up giving a shout out to anything that I follow, so there's that. Okay, so y'all pray for the world right now. It needs as much of it as possible. And if you don't pray, then give it some good vibes, because we really need it in this world right now. So, today is a gym day. +1 routine. Oh, whoops. I think I skipped one. Oh, I did. Okay. +1 routine. Like I said, usually we end up talking about the workouts on Workout Wednesday, but yesterday I didn't, so I don't know why I did that. No thanks. Okay, goodbye. Adios. Where's Samsung? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have to add a drink. It says I only did 13 steps. I slept for 8 hours. Treadmill yesterday. Not yesterday. Nope, not yesterday. Today. So I'll do that later. So, where's water? Food. I had eggs for breakfast. My foods. Meals. And then log a meal in here. Okay, so breakfast. I'm just going to put eggs. Eggs and cheese, I guess. That's what I have. And coffee.
You got any butt hair? Butt hurts, butt hair.
You know that elephant's butt hair is a dude?
Huh?
An elephant's butt hair is called a dude.
Oh. What's that? I always say there's
The knowledge I have is so random. and useless by every sense of the way. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to put it at 3 servings because I had a big serving today. Okay, so next. Alright, so next I'm adding is coffee. With cream and sugar, and I'm going to put 4 serving. No, we'll just put 5 because that's a big cup too. So, 553 calories. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's just breakfast. So, alright, we're going to leave that and enter that I dropped from 217 the last time I checked into this to 213. So, there's that. I'm getting closer to my goal every single day. I still have 25 pounds left to lose before I get out of the red in the BMI. So, butt hair. I am going to put down that I had 2 drinks today already. And trying to keep up with the health record part of it, but it has to be attached to all those different places that I've been to, and it's a nightmare trying to get it all attached to those. So, like I said, I am an Android user. This is a Samsung Health that I am updating for the gym portion of our daily routine. So, keeping up with that is really good for me to be able to keep an eye on things. Let's see. Average daily steps are 882. So my step count, I'm needing to move that up to 1,000. So, and that includes treadmill time. So.
Yeah, you usually do about an hour and burn off like
about 200 to 400 calories.
400 calories.
Well, 200 at first because I was only had it at 4%. Okay. But now that I've moved it up to 8% incline, I noticed I automatically doubled my calorie burn.
Yeah.
So, like right off the bat. And I've been working out every other day since last year, and I haven't lost any weight. I actually gained weight.
No,
No, at the time.
Yeah.
And then in the past month, I've lost 6 pounds already.
You got stronger, so you gained some form of muscle.
Yeah. She keeps driving right past the house. I just want to put like a speed bump out there. Like,
oh, a speed bump?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a bag of concrete and build my own speed bump. When she has to slow down. I'm gonna get sued by the county. Yeah, the county or the city or whatever. Did you hear about that? There was a guy that lived across the street from a park, right? And people would not slow down on his road, like for nothing. And kids are trying to cross the road, and these people are just flying by, right? So he requests to have a speed bump put out there, but they deny him. Then he requests for them to put a crosswalk out there. They deny him. And he's explaining to them, like, this is a community where a lot of people from this community go to that park. They need a safe place to cross the road. And so he went out there, bought cones, bought paint, fucking painted the road himself, painted a crosswalk in front of his house to the fucking park, and they sued him for that. Like, they sued him for damages to the government property. Yeah. Y'all need to go look that up. That was crazy. That was crazy. So, not all heroes wear capes, right? But, anyways. Kudos to those who rebel, right? Even though you end up in jail, but, you know, life, right? Anyways, it's all in the intention. So, anyways, okay, so that's updated. So, we updated the daily intake, the meal plan, and, well, I don't have a recipe file keeper, so we're just going to run with that. I personally don't bring a gym bag with me anymore. I know I tell you guys to do that, but at the very least, even if you just build a gym bag and leave it in your car, at least then you have a backup in case of emergency situations. So, good things to put in your gym bag. you know, safety first. Make sure that you guys have items for personal safety on you at all times, but also in your bags, like in your car. If you have an emergency bag in your car, I talk about this a lot on, usually on Fridays. Um, Keeping an emergency bag for your vehicle, but also your gym bag can back up as an emergency bag. So in case if for some reason you can't get to your vehicle, your gym bag will always have in it what you need as well. Um, so pack your gym bag with extra pair of clothes, um, a weather ready item, a food source. Always keep a jug of water in your vehicle. It's just good to have it. Um, let's see. And they're like $1 something. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but try to get the one that has the nutrients in it or whatever you want to call it, minerals, whatever the hell it is. Let's see what else. Safety accessories. Backup phone if you can, because you know safety first, like I said. So yeah, there's that. Just running with that. If you have to, like, get like a prepaid card. Well, I don't really push prepaid cards after what happened to me, but and gift cards. But if you do have like maybe it's like a Cash App or something that you could use with a pin on it. That way, you know, people can't just pick up your card and use it. Keep an extra one in your gym bag in case of emergency reasons. Okay. Weather is always crazy now, and it'll probably be worse going into the future. So keep that in mind as well. We have been talking about workout goals, but with the health concerns that I have personally right now, I've kind of dialed that down a little bit. I do have a Pinterest, so if you guys want to go check out my Pinterest, I do have workout plans with pictures on there. I've been looking a little bit more towards like the 40 plus workouts or the 50 plus workouts because I'm 43. I want to make sure that I can still do what I'm doing when I'm 50. So, you know, at a very lower level, I always want to be able to walk. So, I try to make sure that my workout goals is something that I can do long term. Yes, I want to lose weight, but I would rather be able to live my life. So, you know, as long as I can. And, you know, I hope that this is able to help with that. You know, life happens, shit happens, things happen. So I know that that's always a possibility, but while I can, I still want to. And hopefully by me doing that, we'll be able to encourage you to start taking better care of yourself as well. And understand that anybody can start anywhere at any point in time. Okay? And even if you fail, it doesn't matter. Just do it again. Start over again whenever you're ready. So, workout goals with plans and pictures on Pinterest, daily stats pics, and live stream. I did not do it as a series, but I feel like we are leaning more towards that being a sub only. So, so yeah. I am also going to add to this yoga or some kind of stretching. So, add yoga or stretching routine. Because my uterus hardened, I have to start looking at making sure that that area is, you know, still malleable. And that way maybe it'll help keep the pain level down. Water also does that as well. Helps with pain levels. Let's see. So, I did try to give you guys that 400 calorie stat pic, and for some reason my fucking phone did not take the picture. So, personal challenge, I have to beat 450 calories today. So that will mean that I'll have to be at an 8.0 for at a minimum of 30 minutes. Y'all wish me luck. So, there's that. And then thrifting. Here lately, like I said, we've been saving all the receipts as much as possible, just so that this way we can get used to the idea of how much money is going into it, where is the money being spent, how am I going to be able to use this in a tax form later at the end of the year, because everything that we're going to be doing is going to be going into a business as well as being looked at like a business starting 2026. So, I want to make sure that I can add any kind of items that I need to the business aspect of it. And this is all trial and error, right? We're just practicing. We're just going through what people normally do and the first thoughts that come to your mind and how to get through them and what happens when you do go through them and do the choices that I made. Okay? So, and I'm going to be wrong. I expect to be wrong in a good portion of this. But the part that I'm right is the one that I'm looking at. So, adding supplies to the sinking funds, I went ahead and did that. Categories in each envelope system. I do have 2 envelope system, which we normally talk about on Tuesdays. I do have 2 A6 binders, which you can get on Amazon. You can use my link if you want. And also check out my showcase on YouTube or TikTok. I don't know if it's in there, but you can check. Anyways, you might find something else that you like. So I already have this separated up, like for me, the kids, Jeff, household, selling supplies, Goodwill, and debts. And I also have cell phone, like, you know, your regular bills and stuff like that in there. And then I also have an investing in self binder, which I started. And the first thing that I put in there was the multi-posting, multi-streaming. So we already looked up the cost for that. I already know how much it is. And the cost is continuously going up, by the way. So y'all keep an eye on those numbers, especially for those who are signing up for new items, especially those who are wanting to build a business and go out, expand your social media. The cost is there. So, but like the old saying goes, sometimes you gotta spend money to make money. So there's pros and cons and everything, and I hope you make the right choice. So, do not, and I'm going to tell you this from personal experience, do not do anything illegal. It will come back on you. Karma's a bitch, and she knows your address. So, and don't think you got away with it because you didn't. Whatever you did in your entire lifetime will always come back on you before you die. So, there you go. Thrifting, like I said, we've been thinking about going Saturdays to the parking lot to sell items since they are not moving on the market or locally. We do not have enough foot traffic in this area for us to have a yard sale unless like I put up a ton of ads because we're like literally in the middle of nowhere considering, you know, we're in the middle of it all, but we're away from everything. So I don't know if that makes any sense. So as far as locally here having a yard sale or having the Forever Home Project trading post outside, it's a lean. So, okay. So there's that. I'm also considering collaborating inside other businesses specifically for items that I've made, like my jewelry and stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of it is more leaning towards like the advertising. Utilizing businesses as like kind of like drop shipping. Like I said, as far as like, okay, say for example, if you donate for a load of firewood this year and I want to give you a t-shirt, right? I don't know how to make a t-shirt. I could. There's no guarantee though. But if I want to have it professionally done, I would have to outsource it to a company. I try my best to utilize local businesses, or if I find one online, I'll share it with you guys. But if you have the chance to collaborate with other businesses within your community, I highly suggest it. Especially those of you who are selling from home, do mobile services, or if you have a small business that actually is a storefront, try to collaborate with your local community in some way. And remember that if you are not part of that, if you're financially able to, don't forget to donate to your local resources. Also, donate to businesses that you're interested in, or ones that you like, so that way they can continue doing what they're doing. You know, back in my day, PBS used to have this like telethon thing to have it to where, you know, you'd call in and you know, donate and stuff like that. I've been thinking about it. For the firewood. But yeah, something like that if you have to. So I'm still looking for gym shorts with pockets, but it's going into fall, winter, so it doesn't really matter. I'll look at them in winter. I'll probably get a better deal on them in the winter time anyway. because you can always buy stuff out of season. That's kind of cool. Supper, meal plan. Tuesdays is meal planning for Tasty Tuesdays. Daily intake, we went ahead and added that information in there for breakfast, and I'll probably add supper in there later. Recipe folder, don't have one. I probably could start one in Pinterest. Let me see if it'll make me log in again. It didn't do it after I tried to the other day, so. Yeah, it's making me log in. Okay. Maybe it wasn't on this one. Maybe it was on this one. Nope, makes me log in. Dang it. Okay. Well, anyways, I will start that. Where's that? Okay, so recipe folder in Pinterest. Clean up and water garden. Today's a good day to just clean up your area. It helps you with being able to think clearly. So, like I said, today's house chore is bedroom, but you don't have to do just bedroom. Let's see. Nightly routine. Today's shave and scrub for those of you who need to. Been looking, also, another thing that you could do is look into DIY body scrubs. I've been looking online at a couple of them, and they're really cute. They look like they smell amazing, too. As well as how to maintain curly hair for me, or Irish hair, however you want to call it. And then also shave and scrub. So I was gonna say foot care, but never mind. Shave and scrub, new. I'm gonna do Dollar Tree products question mark, because we have a Dollar Tree here. So, and I've been trying to use some of them for my beauty products. I do have a couple of beauty products that I can recommend to you guys that are from the Dollar Tree, believe it or not. And it is the 10-in-1 serum, as well as it kind of looks like it's purple, and it's half and half, like oil and water looking, but it's a retinol, and y'all can do whatever you need to do. But the little pods, the blue pods and the white pods, you're going to have to look up specifically in what order that they're supposed to be taken in, but I was putting them on my face at the same time. Probably not the best thing to do. Anyway, so, but hyaluronic acid and retinol were the two that were in those little pod things. And like I said, one is for day and one is for night. I didn't know that. I put them both on at the same time. So, anyway, and one smells, I will say to the contrary, one smells like Raid. Okay? I'm not joking. It smells like straight up chemicals. So, if you're not into that, there you go. And then Power Down. These are all from like the 50s housewife routine. But anyways. So yeah, Power Down. Make sure you're charging stations. Like I said, outlets monthly. And then, trying to think what else. If you need any updates for your electronics, check wires, check plugs, check ports. If you have to, look up a DIY for how to clean up the wires. You know, if you have like a bunch of wires all over the place, maybe you could use like, I don't know, some pull things or bread ties or something, I don't know, to clean it up a little bit, I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. Kind of walked through the entirety of that all in one shot. And so that's the first hour and a half. And I'm not sure how to... Oh, they took off partnership. Why did they take off partnership? I guess not. That's so strange. Okay, it used to be lit up. Oh, not available during live. Okay, so Superfan. How does that work? I just clicked on Superfan in the background. I don't know what it's doing for you guys. My computer is super slow. Okay. Alright, so fan club. It's basically just telling me in the background like what it is. Expand audience, live events. Oh, it's real-time data. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's taking a long time to load. Oh, never mind. It says I don't have an internet connection. That's not good. Alright, so I do have a live goal. Poll and gift vote. Gift gallery. Let me see the interaction of the gift gallery. If it'll let me. What's a playbook? Come on, computer. Alright, so there's Superfan. What was that? Hold on a minute now. Hey, Dan X. I missed you guys. Sorry. Okay. So playbook, it says gaming, play with me, team up with viewers in co-op game where you lead them to victory, live marathon, top gifters join the game, random hero challenge, shape my tail, game match, one gun glory, drop your weapon, monster bait, and jump or reset. Okay, that's if you're in a, like, in-game mode, I guess. Poll and gift vote. Play together. I don't know if my computer will let me do that. Okay, so all viewers. Alright. Drop a challenge, I'll roll with your rules. Gather details when viewers apply. Send details to viewers you pick. That's if I'm playing a game. Invite viewers to join with your room ID. Party zone. Or custom template. I think I would probably do Party Zone, but I don't know what game I would play. Considering the fact that my computer is slower than dirt. Let's see. Poll and gift vote.
Yeah, those rail.
So, yeah. That's how my patience is. It's like, hurry up and open the fucking page. So yeah. Anyway. Alright, I don't know how to switch this over to sub-only chat. I'm not sure how to do that. Especially like from my PC. I don't know about on the okay. Oh wait, what's that? Okay. So I don't know why it's not doing this. Live events. It's so slow. It's still not even loaded yet. Oh, that's what I was doing. It's doing TikTok Studio. My bad. So, distracted.
In high school, I did it.
No, you didn't. Okay. Live rewards up 832.6% in the past 7 days. Y'all. That ain't me, that's y'all. I need at least 100,000 video views in the last 30 days. And $10,000. So, there's that. I have 3,525 right now. So, I need another however many to become able to do the creator reward program. But I am actively, and did not know that I was actively making money on my videos. So, per post, programs, all, okay. Alright, so I did not know this, but I have like all of these that I can actually post from. So Creator Marketplace, TikTok Shop for Creator, Work with Artists, Subscriptions, TikTok Go, Live Incentive Program, as well as Service Plus. So you have all those options to choose from. And then oh wait, no. Okay, so 166 video views for the TikTok Shop for Creator, but no one's purchased. So there's that. Then subscription. Okay, so I've had 2,416 post views, which is up 34% in the past 7 days. And then I got an estimated reward, which was 833% up of $1.12. We did have that from the post, and then per live missions, total diamonds was 16, and we are currently at, I think, D2. So there's that.
Let me tell you something. I might get canceled.
Went ahead and posted what I just did. Oh no, well, let me go back. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Alright, so Creator Marketplace. Alright, so there's that. So for monetization, TikTok goes when you go out to like hotels and stuff like that and do reviews and stuff for them, which I've considered. Live incentive program, TikTok Go. Service Plus has to be reviewed. It takes about 48 to 72 hours before your TikTok is reviewed and then added to your Service Plus. Creator Rewards program, TikTok Shop for Seller. I cannot do TikTok Shop for Seller because I can't identify address. And then gaming incentive program. I haven't done that because I don't do gaming. Work with artists. I did do a couple of videos working with artists so far, but have not been able to move forward with any of them. So I did have 2 submissions. It's Love-Hate Relationship as well as Stay X, and they both ended. So so there's that. Creator Marketplace. Oh, I think I just said that I wasn't. Oh, okay. Profile completion 90%. Hold on, why are... Creator score is 70? What? What does that mean? Hold on, I'll go look at that. Oh, I have excellent. What? Okay. So, portfolio is new, settings is new. Expected rate for projects. Oh yeah, I put it as $1 per video. Oh, okay. Hold on. I can actually add my links. Hold on. Come on. I'm trying to get this here, so. Come on now. I got too much stuff open. Oh, you know what? It's gonna make me... It's probably gonna make me log in. Because I haven't logged in to Instagram in a minute. it would have to be www dot. Does it have to be like HTTPS too? What? Oh my gosh, it has to be the whole thing. Wow. Okay. Alright, so where's the YouTube at? Okay, so there's that, and then Facebook. Okay, let's see. Portfolio. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Creator score, settings, add home screen, yes. 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing in here. Appear in search, yes. Submit ticket. Brand preferences, okay. Expected rate for projects. I left it at $1 because I'll be looking to get this set up properly for people to actually be interested in utilizing services. So there's that. Hey! Hope you're having a good day. So I'm trying to update the profile for the TikTok one. I've got profile completion at 90%, but I don't see where it says what I want to. Alright, now it says it's 100% complete. Even though it's not. Whatever. Okay, so there is that. So collaborations. Only personal account projects are accessible. So, revenue share pools are at 500 for Winked. Open theme is at 2,000. US Uno Wonders at 500. Highway Racer Pros at 500. Potential top 2, potential top 1. Barrel and Creatives, test results, Halloween and candy, or trendy concepts. Viral Polaroid trend with Momo AI. That's at 2,500. The Bridget app, Instant Cash, 2024, 2,500. Somatic weight loss campaign. It's still, a lot of these are still waiting for seat availability, is what it says. So, I don't know. Okay. Not accepting applications. Got it. Okay. Well. There's Creator Academy, become a TikTok for business ads affiliate, TikTok 1 creator highlights, 1 step to TikTok 1 faster, raise your creator score. So, collaborations, yeah, it just doesn't say. Oh, I need at least 50,000 followers to join that. Okay, that's fine. So, I don't know how I even got to that, by the way. Like, some of these things, like in monetization, is so confusing to get to. So, I guess I'll have to just go through the studio. What was I about to say? Oh, there goes that. So, on that note, I have not figured out how to get it to where it is a subscriber-only chat, so I will have to look into that later. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Hope you guys follow me on my social media. Hope you follow me on my social media. And until I see you again, behave.